Hello everyone, welcome to Math Pals. You're watching Math with Anila.
Today, let's see the sign rule of addition and subtraction. Let's see the addition first. So, whenever you are adding two positive numbers, what happens to that? When you are adding a positive number with another positive number, your answer is positive. This is the basic rule you all might be knowing. The second rule, whenever you are adding two negative numbers, your final answer will be negative. You are adding two negative numbers. The third rule says that when you are adding a positive number with a negative number, what happens? Here, you have to remember one thing very importantly, that when you are adding two numbers with a different sign, that is, one number is positive and another number is negative, what you need to do is you have to subtract one number, that's a smaller number, from the greater number. Whether it is positive or negative, you have to subtract the smaller number from the greater number and give the sign of the greater number. That's important thing what you need to remember. So, the same way, even when you are adding a negative number to a positive number also, the same rule is applicable. When you are adding a positive number to a negative number or a negative number to a positive number, you have to subtract the smaller number from the bigger number and give the sign of the greater number. So, if you just imagine, if here the positive number is greater, then your answer will be positive. In this case, if the greater number is negative, your answer is negative. This is what you have to remember. Let's consider some of the examples. Consider these examples. Look at the first question, 25 plus 10. See, here both the numbers are positive. So, as per the rule, what we have to do? We have to add and give the sign, plus sign. So, 25 plus 10 is 35 and that will be positive since both the numbers are positive. The first one is very easy. And look at the second one, minus plus minus is minus. So, here you have minus 10 and minus 5. Both the numbers are negative. That means both are of same sign. What do you need to do? You have to add 10 and 5. 10 plus 5 is 15 and give the negative sign. So this will be your answer. Minus 15 is your answer. And now when it comes to third part, you have to see what is that. Plus, if you are adding a positive number with a negative number, what we need to do? We have to give the greater number sign. What we have to do before that? You need to find the difference between these two. Difference means you have to subtract the smaller number from the bigger number. What's a smaller number here? 3 is a smaller number. You need to subtract 3 from 10. 3 from 10, if you subtract, what are you going to get? You will get this as 7. And what's the sign of the greater number? Here, the greater number is 10. So, your answer will be plus 7. The same way, let's consider the third rule once again. If this is a smaller number and the next one is greater, what happens to that? You are adding a positive number with a negative number. Here, 8 is a greater number. What do you need to do? You need to find the difference between 8 and 5. What's the difference? You have to subtract smaller number 5 from the greater number 8. Your difference will be 3. And what is the sign of the greater number here? Minus. So, your answer is minus 3. The third rule, in both the ways we can see, if the positive number is bigger, your answer will be positive. If the negative number is bigger, your answer will be negative according to the third rule. Now look at the last one. When you are adding a negative number to a positive number, what happens? Here, minus 10 and plus 3. The same rule is applicable. You need to find the difference between these two and give the sign of the greater number. Here, the difference between 10 and 3 is 7. And 10 is the greater number. So, your answer is minus 7. Now, in the second part, the same way, minus 7 is added to plus 9. Here, the greater number is 9. And when you are adding the two numbers with a different sign, you have to subtract the smaller number from the bigger number. That is 9 minus 7. The difference is 2. And give the sign of the greater number. So, your answer is plus 2. These are the rules what you have to remember whenever you are adding two numbers with the same sign or different sign. Now look at these questions. These are the practice questions for you. Here you have to apply the first rule. This is the second rule. Now this third and fourth question, you have to use the third rule, and fifth and sixth one you have to use the last rule. And remember, when you are adding numbers with a different sign, you have to find the difference and give the greater number sign. Follow all the rules correctly and find out the answer. Let me know the answer in the comment box. That's all for today. Thank you.